Hey. So the lighting is kind of shitty because the sun is setting as we speak. Is this a good time to film a video? No, but I wanted to. I'm gonna be in my music critic moment. I'm gonna be a little Anthony Fantano for a second. If you can't tell by the title, I mean, you probably can tell. You clicked on the video. I'm me, a random person on the internet with no music experience and no musical talent and just no connections, just nothing with music. Me, a random girl, is going to tell you, yes, you, my top 5 favorite albums of 2025. It is like almost the end of January, so like I don't think people care that much anymore. But I still want to do this anyway because I have free will and I can do what I want. So I've written it down in my little Totoro notebook. There's really no like theme with the albums this year. Like you knew what albums I liked last year. Shut up. But like my music taste is just all over the place, and I feel like this really represented it a bit. But 2025 for me, at least, was like a good year in music. So this is just gonna be me yapping about songs I liked and stuff for however long I got in me to yap before I want to go nonverbal. So the first album is Dogged Eared by Billy Martin. My girl Billy, I love her. She has been with me since like freshman year of high school. I found her and like I'm still obsessed. I'm so obsessed with her music. So she came out with an album called Dogged Ear. I think it's like her 5th. It might be her 5th album. And it's not like it's good. It is a pretty good album. It's like on the top 5. But like if you're okay, let me describe the vibes. It's like her music has always been like a folky type of vibe, and that's just what I like. Guitars and things, if you're into that, that is what this album is. Guitars, acoustic guitars, soft angelic voice. She sounds like a fucking angel, and it's just like a great album overall. And like the album cover is also pretty sick. If I can somehow figure out a way to put the album cover on the screen, I will. But she has been like one of my day ones, so of course I was gonna love this album. Some favorites off of it, or a recent favorite is actually Goodnight Moon. I have been having that stuck in my head for a bit. It's just like this, it feels like a lullaby, kind of, this song, and I love it very much. But the 2 other songs, like Feeling is also a great song. I think this was like her lead single for the album, and like I heard it and I was instantly hooked. I pre-saved the album as soon as it was available on Spotify. Then like the other song I liked was Swing, was actually like kind of different for her. It was the last song on the album. It kind of has like a country little flair to it, but like it works really well, and her voice works really well with it, and like it's just a great song, great album, 5 out of 5 stars. And now I'm gonna go to the next one, which is Moisturizer by Wet Leg. If you know me, I am a big ass Wet Leg fan. I've been listening to them since like my freshman year of college, and like my first semester of college, their debut album was just like on repeat. Every time I would go to class, I would listen to that album. So when I saw they were coming out with their second album, I got super duper excited. So Wet Leg is a band. The 2 main girls, I think her name's like Rayanne, and the other girl's named Hester. They're British. Yeah, that makes sense. But they make like alternative rock type of music, but like their lyrics are very like tongue-in-cheek, very fun, very silly. It's like, the way I like to describe it is like their band is pretty much if you and your friends decided to be in a band. And like that's the vibe they are giving off. And this album was actually kind of like, their first album was more like a indie type of vibe. Like their songs on their first album kind of remind me of like maybe, I guess, like TikTok. But this album is more like not mature because they're still being silly and like the lyrics are still tongue-in-cheek, but like the sound has evolved more, which I like. They weren't gonna do like the same things they were doing 3 years ago whenever their first album came out. So I thought that was pretty sick. Some songs I like out of it. My favorite has to be Man Get Out. Like, that's just such a fun song. Like, that is fun. And then You and Me is also a fun song. That's the closer of their album. Would love to hear that live. That would be really cool. And then the other two songs are like kind of like creeping up into being favorites. Favorites is CPR and Pokemon. Those are pretty cool songs. Very fun. Pokemon's actually really vibey. I love like the vocals on that one and just like the overall vibe. So yeah, that was my fourth. And now number 3 is actually not a surprise if you know me personally. It's Don't Tap the Glass by Tyler, the Creator. I'm also very annoyingly a big fan of him. Like, I literally got a t-shirt for Christmas, like one of his, like a design. I don't think it was actually his merch, but it was like an artist made design Tyler, the Creator shirt, which was really cool. And like, I thought that was sick. But like, if you told me last year or whatever, we would be getting 2 Tyler albums in the span of like a year, I would not believe you. I didn't even believe it because I wasn't on Instagram at the time, and my brother just came up to me like, "Yep, Tyler's dropping a new album." My Tyler, Mr. Creator's dropping a new album. When, where, how, what? But this album, Don't Have Glass, is like a very different album from Chromatica, and is that how you pronounce it? I keep on forgetting how to pronounce it, but like, I think that's how you pronounce it. But it's a very different, more like dance club. If I would ever go to a club, this is kind of the music I would want to hear at the club. I'm not a club person, but if I wanted to, this is like very much dancing around in my room by myself type of music. I mean, like, the songs are just very high energy. Like, sometimes when technical difficulties, but sometimes like when I have to go to work and I'm just not in the mood and I need to hype myself up real quick, I will just play this album on the way to work, and it usually does the job. But some favorites, Big Poe and Sugar on My Tongue were automatic favorites, especially Big Poe. Like, I'm surprised I was not in my top 5 on my Spotify rap for the amount of times I listened to that song since it came out. But recently I've been really into I'll Take Care of You, the song he did with Yeba. I think that's how you say their name. But that's also such a like sick indie, not indie, but vibey, you know? I'm all of a vibes person. If you can't tell, if I'm vibing to a song, like if it's a song that I can just lay on my bed and stare at my ceiling and like zone out to, I'm gonna enjoy it. And that I'll Take Care of You is one of those songs. Okay, so the top 2 albums, I did debate back and forth on which one would be number 1 because I listened to both of these albums way too fucking much. Like, I made both of these albums my personalities for months. But the only reason this album that I'm about to say now is number 2 is because it came out later in the year and I just did not spend that much time listening to it as I did the one that's going to be number 1. But this album is Your Song Is Like a Circle by Skull Crusher. And guys, I might be seeing her. I might be seeing Skull Crusher. And if I get to hear these songs live, this whole album live, I can just die. Joking, I'm not gonna kill myself, but I can just die. I can pass away peacefully because let me just describe this album to you. It's very 90s alternative indie moody type of vibe. It's very like a fall album, which I'm so happy this album came out in the fall, because I feel like if it came out at any other time of the year, it would just not work. But this is like an album you listen to when you walk around campus and you see the leaves falling, everything's turning brown, the cloudy day, it's windy, it's like it's perfect. And the song, my favorite song from this album, if this album came out earlier, this song would have been #1 on my Spotify rap for sure, is Exhale. That's actually one thing I want you to do when you're done watching this video, or if you for some reason stayed this long, go listen to Exhale by Skull Crusher. Close your eyes, lay back, turn off the lights, and just, it will change your life. Like, the vocals and the harmonies in this song are like absolutely insane. Like, I'm pretty sure I've never heard anything like this before, but I need more of it, like really, really, really bad. So like the fact that I could possibly hear this live is like insane to me. And her other songs on the album, Maelstrom, I think that's how you pronounce it, is also pretty good song. The vocals and harmonies in that is also really good. And Dragon and Living's kind of creeping up. It was like an early favorite, I guess, but I just haven't listened to it as much as I listened to the other three, but I still do like it. So like, I guess the way I can describe this album, it's dog-eared, but for depressed people who are not trying to hide that they're depressed. That's how I would describe this album. And #1, Miss Bean's Diary, #1 album of 2025 is Let Go Letters by Avery Anna. Is this shocking? No, because I listened to this album, I ran through it like it was going to be taken away from me. Like, if I stopped listening to it, someone was going to snatch it up. Like, this album, the chokehold this album had on me is absolutely insane. So kudos to you, Miss Anna. You did your shit. And it's crazy because it's a country album, kind of. It's a country album. And if you told me 5 years ago that I was going to be obsessed with a country album, I was going to look at you like you're stupid. Like, what do you mean, me? Miss in 7th grade telling people, I don't listen to country music, it gives me a headache. Character development, that is all I'm going to say. So, like, I guess the story behind this album is in, like, I think 2024 is when she went on tour for her first album, which I thought was okay. It was fine. And during her tour, she did this, I think, thing called Let Go Letters, where people could write whatever they needed to let go of and put it in a box or something, and she would have it or whatever and read through it. I don't know. I was not paying attention that much. But apparently this album is just songs inspired by those letters. And honestly, that is pretty sick. It's just a range of emotions. I kind of like to call this a female rage album, but not in like a cheesy, corny girl boss way. It's very like natural, realistic. Like, you can, it feels like, I feel like she wrote these songs not just for these people but also for her, which was also like pretty cool. Like, you could tell she really felt what she was singing in these songs. And it's also like a really cool, it's like country pop, but also like country rock elements. Like, my top 3 favorite from this album, Mr. Predictable, Grave, and Giddy Up, are like full-on country rock type songs, but they're not like your dad country rock songs. They're actually like really cool head-banging country rock songs. Like, they will piss you off, they will make you want to scream and jump around. Like, I've never been in a relationship, but I'm pissed off at a man that does not exist after listening to Mr. Predictable. Yes, I am. But there's also like other songs. Like, did I write another? There's another song, The Closer. You can tell I have a thing with closers on albums. Wish You Well, which is also like a pretty solid country song, and like her voice overall is just really good. There's another one called, it's like a demo, Mother Lies or whatever. I think that's what it's called. It is like the first time I heard that, the way I had to stop what I was doing was like, wait a minute, why is she reading my diary right now? Hold on, that's actually really good. And it's like a raw demo, so like it's just her, and I think she was playing a guitar, and like it was just sick, man. It was so sick. So that is my number one album of 2025, and that's all I'm gonna yap about. I feel like I did not partly do a great job of explaining these albums, but I do hope you'll listen to at least one of these, maybe one song, I don't know. Give it a shot. If you stay at this song, that's pretty cool. The lighting is getting astronomically worse, so I'm gonna end it here. Thank you for watching. See you in like 6 months, because that's apparently how long it takes me to record a video. Bye.